This is the podcast overview for week 6. We will be covering chapter 6, memory. This is your to-do list for the week. And as you can tell, you're going to be reading chapter 6 as well as the Hawk reading 4.4. Thanks for the memories. And then I have some videos for you to watch in addition to the ones that are in Revel, discussion posts, and then your quiz. So here are the objectives for the chapter. You can click here to get an overview that I do of each of these, and I talk about each one. So this is helpful for you for understanding the chapter. The lecture slides, and again, I just want to reiterate that the lecture slides are interactive if you choose to view them in presenter mode. If you view them in notes screen mode, you'll be able to see everything there, but you won't be able to click on the interactive elements of each slide. So to do that, you'd want to be in presenter mode. I have the crash course video, How We Make Memories. So this really goes into detail about the process of memory formation, where memories get stored in the brain, how we understand different kinds of memories, what we do with our different parts of our memory formation, like for short-term memories and long-term memories, how we store them differently. So this is a great video to preview before you even start reading the chapter. And then this video has to do with remembering and forgetting. So some interesting research on why people forget, different kinds of forgetting, so specifically what's going on in the brain, what parts of the brain are responsible for storing memories, as well as what happens when we forget something, what's going on in the brain when we can't recall or we can't retrieve information that we've previously stored in our memory. Your discussion this week centers around not only chapter 6 in the Cicerellian White Book, but also Hawk 4.4. So you want to use both of those reading resources to integrate into your responses for this discussion. The discussion focuses on memory reconstruction. So this is largely the work of Elizabeth Loftus. And you'll read about her in the chapter as well as in the Hawk reading is one of her articles, that her original research studies that she conducted. And so you're going to answer the question, what is the problem with memory reconstruction? When we reconstruct our memories for an event, what happens? What can go wrong in that process? And why is it often unreliable? We use a lot of eyewitness testimony as strong evidence in criminal cases and court trials, yet it's very unreliable, and research will show you. So you want to use some examples and concepts from the readings to back up your answers here. And then based on what you know about how memory works, once you kind of understand the different processes involved in making a memory, how we take in information in our world and store it, kind of knowing what that process is like, you would answer the question, how might a law enforcement official use the work of Elizabeth Loftus to better understand eyewitness accounts and improve the process of gathering eyewitness testimony? So if we know that eyewitness testimony is fallible and isn't accurate and is unreliable, what can be done to make it better? And definitely the readings give some valid answers to this question as to things that would work to make the process of gathering eyewitness accounts and eyewitness testimonies better. And there's some kind of tricks and tools that anyone who's doing the questioning, which is usually a law enforcement official, things that they could be doing to make the process smoother and more reliable. And then, kind of on a side note, another piece of Loftus's work is in the area of repressed memories. Based on the evidence about her work on how reliable repressed memories are or are not. How do you feel about people who report repressed memories of past abuse? So these are people who claim all of a sudden to remember abuse that happened when they were younger, yet they've never mentioned it, they've never known of it, and then all of a sudden they recall it. How does Elizabeth Loftus say we should handle repressed memories, and why is it a controversy? So this is something that happens a lot in the context of clinical care and counseling. Usually happens in the context of someone who is undergoing some kind of therapy, and so memories come out, so to speak, about things that have happened in the past. But there's some controversy about that, about how they come about, and are they accurate, and are they really real? So I want you to dig in there and find out the answers to that. So again, just make sure that you're integrating both the readings into your responses there. And then the online quiz covers Chapter 6. Again, 10 multiple choice questions worth 1 point each. And that wraps up your week.